Hey there, guys. All right, today we are back with some more history matters, and this time we are asking the question of why are so many European royal families German? A short animated documentary. It's because Germans love to fuck. That's it. All right, glad you guys showed up. Peace. We'll see you later. No. But before we dive in, make sure you go and check out the links in the description box below. I would love to join the Discord, follow me over Twitch, and please do go check out the gaming channels here on YouTube. One of the channels is devoted to the VODs, which is just the Twitch streams. And then the other channel is devoted to edited content. There are 2 videos up on the edited channel right now. One of my first 10 streams or so of Fallout 4, and then another of my playthrough of Tales of Kenzera Zao. So if you want to see me be bad at a Metroidvania game, go watch Tales of Kenzera. If you want to see me have fun in Fallout 4 for the first time, go check out the Fallout 4 video. There will be more Fallout 4 videos in the future. But right now, there are going to be the next few that are going to be uploaded over at that channel are going to be Elden Ring related videos, and then after that there'll be Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm not sure how many Dragon Age Inquisition videos there will be in. See how long my playthrough of it is. I'm thinking 1 or 2 videos of Dragon Age Inquisition. But yeah, yapping. All that yapping done. Let's go ahead and dive into this and get this question answered. Hold on. Actually, I do want to make a legitimate guess, though. I don't have one. Let's dive in.
In 1914, all of these countries in Europe were ruled by monarchs, and these were ruled by monarchs of a German royal family.
Jesus Christ.
Quite a lot. And given that some of these rulers could trace their houses back 1,000 years and others mere decades, why were so many of them German? So a lot of this can be explained by one thing: the late unification of Germany. At the turn of the
Oh, wait a minute. No way.
18th century, the German-speaking parts of Europe weren't unified like the French, English or Spanish-speaking parts. It was divided into numerous smaller states, many of which had their own monarchies, and these monarchs would marry off their kids to whoever would have them. A Prussian princess married the Prince of Orange, a Brunswicker duchess married the King of Denmark, a Badener duchess married the King of Sweden, and one from Mecklenburg married the King of the United Kingdom. Given that all of these monarchies only really paid lip service to their overlords, the Holy Roman Emperors, there wasn't much risk in marrying them. Whereas marrying someone in the French royal family could cause issues with inheritance, which France, unlike the small German states,
Okay.
could press. And, over time, childless or female heirs would mean a near relative would succeed the throne, and they would be a member of their father's often German house. But what about countries individually? Well, the United Kingdom's monarchy had previously been Anglo-Saxon, French, Welsh and Scottish. After a flirt with Catholicism, English nobles called upon William of Orange to seize the throne from James II. He did, and Catholics were then
Act of settlement. Catholics are gross and cannot be king. Also, if you marry one, you cannot be king either. Signed, Willem and Mary.
banned from becoming ruler. William also didn't have any children, and so the throne went to his sister-in-law, Anne. She continued the streak of not having an heir and died childless, and so the throne passed to her cousin's son, George of Hanover, her closest Protestant relative, thereby beginning the Hanoverian dynasty, which would be succeeded by the Saxe-Coburg and Gotha dynasty, which would soon after change its name to Windsor when all things German suddenly became less popular. In Denmark, throughout most of its history, its monarchy was an elective one. But when King Christopher III made the mistake of dying without an heir, the nobles had to pick somebody new. As such, they chose Christian, who was the son of the Duke of Schleswig, a region with a sizable German-speaking minority which Denmark had a close relationship with, and one it wanted to keep. This began the House of Oldenburg, which still reigns to this day, and also in Norway, although Norway chose a Danish prince for their throne when it split from Sweden in 1905. The German and Austrian imperial families both have their origins in the Holy Roman Empire. The Hohenzollerns were from Zollern here, and the Habsburgs were unsurprisingly from Habsburg here in what's now Switzerland. Both slowly over the centuries increased their holdings and titles from counts to dukes to archdukes and kings before emperors. There wasn't a lot of opportunity for outside royal houses to advance in the Holy Roman Empire, and so these families just stayed German. The last major power which had a German royal family was Russia. Peter the Great was a Romanov, as was his daughter Empress Elizabeth I. She died childless and the throne passed to her nephew Peter III. Peter's father was the Duke of Holstein, and thus he was a part of that house. Now, Peter and his wife Catherine kept the name Romanov to tie themselves to their empire and its people.
Wissen Okrusen.
And that royal family stayed in power until,
I totally butchered that German.
You know, a thing happened.
Yeah, that thing.
So what about all of these smaller nations? Well, these nations all came into existence in the 19th century with the oversight of the great powers, who, as a result, got to choose who would be king. The first was Greece. Britain, France, and Russia all had a stake in the new country, and thus they all wanted an ally on the throne. As such, after their first choice said no, they picked Prince Otto of Bavaria, who wasn't aligned with any of them. Next was Belgium, which, as a buffer state between Prussia and France, couldn't be aligned with either. As such, the British chose Leopold of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha.
So they chose the German. I don't know, seems like...
husband of the king's niece, to keep the two close to ensure Belgium's independence. Romania had a German monarch after its first ruler, a native Romanian, became somewhat despotic and was overthrown in a coup. The new country had only recently broken away from the Ottoman Empire, and so to maintain its independence, its nobles picked a prince from the Prussian Hohenzollern royal family. This essentially guaranteed their independence from Russia, the Ottomans, and the Austrians next door. And for Bulgaria, the reasons were similar. At first, it was ruled by the nephew of the Russian emperor, but he got himself overthrown after being terrible. He was replaced by an Austrian-backed candidate, which, unlike Romania, was fine because Austria-Hungary wasn't on the border with them. And after this, these royal families remained in place until either today or their eventual ousting in the 20th century. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and a special thanks.
Okay. I guess that answers why so many royal families are German. Short animated documentary by History Matters. This one was, it was good. Not my personal, what I personally like from History Matters in terms of probably questions. But it was still an interesting question to be asked and to have answered. Kind of, yeah, pretty simplistic answers to it. Marry the German families because there's less drama with them, I guess, up until unification. So, yeah. But with that answered, I have nothing else to say here at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.